Whoa! Didn't see you there, guys. How's it going?
It's been a while.
You don't like talking?
Not much of a chit chatter.
That's fine. We got you covered here at the Off the Wall podcast. Yes, we're back. We're back, baby.
It's been 4 or 5
4
total
long
years.
And, we've been busy with a lot of different things. We've been, living life. And
Moved out, graduated high school. Oh my
in
God.
college now. We both work jobs, very rigorous work.
Mm-hmm.
But we're making it through. I know it's been a while. You haven't seen us in forever, and you're probably wondering how we're doing. I'd say I'm doing pretty good. I'm at a good state in my life that I've been able to do a lot of different things. And, this past, 4 years that we haven't seen you, it's been pretty chill. I haven't minded it, I didn't feel the need to pollute my life with things like a podcast when I knew I couldn't do it.
Lots of growth has been made. We've, breakups here and there, you know what happens. High school drama, anything, you can name it. We've been through it. Mardi Gras.
That was a recent. That's where the sunburn comes from. In case you were wondering. And yes, we've moved to a video format.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be something new for us. This is just like an introductory episode. Just talking about random things, seeing what we can come up with. We tried doing a recording earlier.
First take.
It didn't work out that well.
We recorded 12 seconds of video footage.
We sat there and talked to a camera for fucking how long? Like 30 minutes just to get nowhere. But we're using this webcam now, and so we're just gonna have to deal with it. Deal with it. You get
it's
to see
good
our
enough.
Beautiful faces. So
we're here. You're looking at us.
No,
that's
this
all
is
that matters.
The Off the Wall podcast. I didn't change the name. I didn't decide to do anything different.
Peep the hat. Peep the beanie. Peep the beanie. We're not ripping off Vans.
No, yeah.
That's not the plan. Yep, there we go.
Off the Wall. Yeah, it's been a minute. Mentioning on how we graduated high school, that was an experience. It was fun. Well worth the 12 years that we put into high school.
Yeah. A lot more rewarding than you'd think it would be. We got to see all the kind faces of our family and our old friends who were in homeschool during all the COVID stuff.
Which, COVID, man. It really had such a detrimental effect on the school systems.
Oh, yeah.
At least in just rural Alabama.
Jobs. Yeah, I know. You wouldn't think they'd shut us down like they would everyone else, but...
Huntsville now is up and coming after whole COVID thing, because a lot of small businesses closed, and that was another thing about this whole podcast, is that we didn't really know how to do it. We were young, we were a little too young to be trying to do a podcast.
I'd say so. Not enough experience to carry a podcast.
We weren't able to bring up any valid conversations. We had good talks, but it was mainly just to see us blabber.
Mm-hmm. That's all we did.
But
it was good blabbering.
Since graduating high school, I feel like we took that time off and we grew as people. I know we're going to be saying that a lot. I really do feel like we've changed for the better in these past 4 years. We used to be big fat kids. That's why we hid behind the cameras.
That's why we didn't show ourselves.
We weren't able to create anything from our looks.
Some big fat self-conscious little kids.
That's what I'm saying.
Now we're skinny adults who are comfortable in our skins.
We grew into our weight. We're just trying to put ourselves back out there.
Mm-hmm. We both have very creative minds, and we're hoping that this can go somewhere and give us more of a creative platform to do the things that we find fun.
If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
We're even planning on branching out the podcast, being more so some gaming, some maybe cooking videos. That'd be kind of fun. Cook some crazy stuff. Some vinyl reviews.
Yeah, we could do
first
vinyl
impressions,
albums. Music plays a big part into us now, and especially I feel like we could put y'all on.
Hell yeah!
If we decided to do an album review, I feel like it would go well. We could give thoughtful opinions on what we hear, and we want to have a better creative outlook for our type of media that we're going for, and we're not trying to become some famous YouTuber. That's not the dream. We're not trying to start no Team 10.
Rich, bougie Jake Paulers.
Yeah.
Not us.
That's sad and that's pathetic trying to do that. So we're just talking. We're yapping.
Just living our lives. Just putting it out there.
And we figured we could explain and live with you guys too.
Oh yeah, see it. Watch us grow. Watch us talking about our recent events, stuff that's happened. Our upload schedule won't be what you think it will be because we're busy, like we've said. Got work. It's crazy schedules.
We literally took like 2 to 4 hours trying to figure out exactly what we were gonna do with this, like while playing Smash Bros and stuff.
Yeah,
it was fun.
brainstorming.
But it gets us nowhere. It's another form of procrastination. Not wanting to do this because podcasts are hard. I think you have to keep that longevity in mind.
If we can make it past 10, I think we're good.
If we can consistently put out episodes, we should be chilling.
I think
a pretty good podcast.
I think at most once a month would be like solid for us. Once a video a month, hopefully 2.
If you are watching this or listening to it or doing anything, find us on YouTube, Spotify. Who knows? We'll probably make a TikTok.
Oh yeah, I'm making us a TikTok.
I love when old people say tiki-talkie. I like TikTok.
Oh, I've been watching some tiki-talkies. Oh my
some
God.
tiki-talk. It's not my kind of platform, but he's done it before with his channel. Go check him out.
Links will probably be in the description.
He's got the weirdest videos. If you like seeing like pyrocynical,
would you put it up there with pyrocynical?
I'd say the games you've played are something I would see on like a video essay.
Oh yeah,
but it's only like 15 minutes of gameplay.
Yeah,
you've got a bunch of part 1s, part 2s of games.
Never finished any
never
game.
Go back.
Nope. Fallout 3. That's
3.
Not playing. I'm not playing it.
Tearaway. I've been missing that stream.
Been waiting 8 dadgum years. Still hasn't even finished the game.
No, yeah. He's procrastination. That's something we've see the longevity of podcasts. We're gonna have to stick to it, and I think we got it.
I think it'll be interesting, especially if we can make it. If we can make it a little longer into like our 20s. Imagine watching us from here to 20s.
Exactly.
The growth.
It's like an advanced form of journalism.
Mm-hmm. Video documenting our lives.
And so many people do it, which is why it's kind of hard to get into.
Yeah.
It's like you take content creation and you got all these big YouTubers, and of course they're going to be like top dogs for a while as soon as they build that fan base.
Oh yeah.
So it's getting to that point. I feel like real J. Cole-esque talking right now.
See, I think the only way we can beat the algorithm of popular people is making a TikTok. 'Cause that's just Malcolm Todd. That's how I found his music. It's a great way for underground people to get noticed.
It's like a real brain rotty, fast-paced platform that allows creators to blow up or for something to just stay not irrelevant.
See, what's crazy about TikTok though is you got to be crazy consistent to keep that up.
Which even then, I don't know, because with podcasts and stuff, it really would just be taking a short clip or putting clips together and then putting it back through. It would probably equate to an easy process if we consistently made our edits for our YouTube and putting it on Spotify, keeping it on there. The format or the structure of high school is so lax and almost incompetent in a way. I wouldn't say that I didn't learn stuff from it because a lot of information I did take away. Though I'm not good with remembering math or doing anything like that. I feel like most subjects that we went over explained what it was trying to get through. And it's all about the curriculum that the state implies and all that. And so going from high school to college, it's I expected kind of a similar experience, but it's that idea that it already costs so much money. And that you have to pay, it's literally pay to win.
Yeah, it really is.
If you have the money to go through college, it's almost a breeze.
Yeah,
because if you have the money, then there's no worrying about how to get that money. If you have the money starting out, they wouldn't have to worry about.
See, working a job and going to college, it's so tough, dude. I don't know if I'm just lazy or if it's really that hard, but it seems like it to me. I'm late on some stuff. Got some essays I gotta write. Oh my gosh.
And I don't know. I was expecting college to kind of fall under similar lines, be more except with the freedom that it implies. You pay for it, so you get to choose what you want to do there. Choose your classes. If you wanted to find stuff in high school with their whatever that word is.
Layout?
No. It's more fucking. It's like extracurriculum.
Yeah.
Extracurricular activities that you couldn't find. Like, you'd find them in city schools.
Yeah.
But if you go to, like, the county school that we were in, it didn't give us as many opportunities. Where I feel like, as if you get into, like, a bigger college, like UNA,
Yeah.
plenty of more opportunities to get into, like, the George Lindsay Film Festival.
Facts, yeah.
Or, like, a culinary competition.
The only thing I can think of that's similar is, like, sometimes in high school they'd be like, oh, there's an art thing happening. Like, submit your thing and you'll get some money.
Exactly.
Like, that's max. Like, the only creative thing that they gave you other than basketball and football.
And you couldn't even, like, reach, like, there was definitely, like, a limit you could go, at least going from a county school. Because I feel like that tears away a lot of my thoughts on the school system, is the fact that we came from such a small town.
Yeah.
And graduated from there. Because they don't have the students there don't have opportunities that, like, other people do in bigger schools. College it's interesting.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it's good or bad. I'd say interesting is the best way to describe it.
The fast-paced, like, curriculum and how they go and just getting you the material and trying to get you to learn it is difficult, because I don't think many high schoolers were prepared or are like, it's something I know, like, I can think of classmates that I'm thinking, and even myself sometimes, is just not being prepared enough to get through, like, these certain obstacles that it brings.
Yeah.
Being in a different environment.
It's definitely a huge change from going to high school to college. Like, you like the freedom that you get. I gotta drive farther. That kind of sucks. A lot of gas money wasted. 40-minute drive. Like,
it's all just a big income dump. Like, you take a majority of your money, and that's only if you're paying. Like, if you're like us, you take your student loans and you can shove them. I ain't starting no payment plan. I'm staying in school. And it sucks because, it's like impending doom.
Yeah.
It's
chasing you.
It builds up. And that's what I'm saying is, like, all I've learned is that there's so many different processes and ways to make money, like investing and saving and putting into, like, high yield accounts and stuff like that. And the market just shuts you down. And you're not able to do much with it because just inflation keeps rising.
I'm terrible at stocks, dude. I've like, we did a fake like stock market in history, dude. I was so bad at it.
I didn't know what was going on.
I was like number 30.
I think I invested in some, like, trailer companies or, like, tractors. Well, what was your expectation? What did
my expectation? I don't know. A big thing for me was the teachers. Like, you go from high school with, like, the strict, like, they'll sit there and talk to you, like, I don't know. I feel like high school helps you out a little more than college, but the teachers in college are so much chiller than the ones in, like, high school. I don't know how to describe them.
It's more or less like, it's more like a job for them.
Yeah.
Whereas teachers, they make it a lifestyle. College professors it's their job.
Yeah.
They have stuff that they have to get across, and I don't know the pay details between both college, like high school versus college, but
I don't know if it's that much.
No, yeah.
Probably not.
Payment for teachers.
Pay the teachers more.
Pay the teachers more.
Kind of important.
Yeah, they teach our youth.
Yeah. I feel like I gained more from elementary school than I did in high school.
Learned more in elementary school? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, I feel like I learned more in elementary school than I did in high school.
Well, that seems more like, I don't know, that was more fun.
It's like but
you were more involved and interested in what you were seeing.
I just feel like you learn a lot more life lessons from it. Because, like, I feel like high school is just straight, like, learning math, do some algebra classes. But elementary school, you're, like, learning friendship and, like, social skills. Then when you get into puberty, that's when all the weirdness starts to come out. God. I don't like high school.
High school, it really is like I'd say it's not as severe, which, we didn't have that many people in our class.
No.
But it is like a war zone, like a training ground.
Yeah.
It's like basic training for the military. Camp. Yeah, it's like
ISS.
Because they put you in, like, it's like a prison, It's that system set up around you.
Literally a prison, like Mr. like ISS room. or Mr. Bleep.
Yes.
His little
Mr. Bleep.
it was like behind the lunchroom, and it was literally like a prison cell, no air conditioning.
It's fanatical teacher.
Yeah.
Fanatical history teacher. I feel like everybody has. Like, every history teacher's like the same.
Yeah.
They're all just weird.
But they're either the best. Actually, most of the time they're the best teacher you have. Like even Mr. Bleep, dude, he was a good teacher. I liked his classes. He was funny.
He was a big guy into like conspiracy theories. Go check
Nice
out our
beard.
first episode.
Yeah. Forgot.
Talk about a horse statue.
Are we gonna count this as episode 5?
See, I was thinking that. I don't know if we should do the Off the Wall podcast episode 5
or like Off the Wall podcast return of the
return.
wall.
The return of 4 years later.
Yeah.
To you 4 years ago.
Yeah.
What an episode name.
That's actually crazy.
To us 4 years ago.
Uh-huh.
That's going to be the title of Off the Wall episode 5. Which, something about just getting into the idea of like that creative talk we were getting into.
Yeah.
Was like the schedules and stuff. It's going to be hard because we just now getting in like in person. What you guys saw before was us just like yapping over a logo, you know. And I feel like some ways you have to put your face and your image up to gain that respect from other people. Like some people, you know, they got bots and like all kinds of different like fake people in the world of like social media. But now that we're being able to do it in person, I feel like we can, and if we stick to it, we can grow.
I feel like it gives us a lot more of a connection being with the camera here. Like, y'all can see us raw, natural form. Like, we're just chilling.
Dude, this is just us.
No filter.
We're putting on, like, you know, this stage performance, but doesn't everybody? You gotta talk like as if you're talking to a friend, or
you gotta entertain
but
somehow.
make it entertaining.
It's tough, though. It can be tough. It's a little tiring. My jaw starts to hurt after a little while.
I know. It's trying to find something to talk about for an hour. This one's already a pain, but we promise we will have like set ones after this.
Yeah,
we will.
When we have guests,
topics and discussion things, like we have lists. We're just trying to make it as broad as possible for this one episode.
I feel like one thing about like us growing up and stuff, a lot of it is like our physical bodies and stuff. Like I've been going to the gym and everything. I love it. It's an addiction. It really is. I'm not the smartest when it comes to it, but I think I've made some good changes to my body.
Would you say that it has been like, would you say that you would repeat your decision to start going? Like, or like if you had to choose, if your life was like something changed, you know, like a different, whatever you think would affect you the most compared to like going to the gym, would you see yourself in other timelines continue to make that decision? Or are you going to stick with it?
Oh, see, I think
Such a weird question. I'm so sorry. That is a weird one. I don't even know how to answer that.
If I hadn't gotten so close with Skyland so quickly, I don't think I would have went to the gym. I think I would have been chilling where I was at.
Coworker of ours.
Yeah, I'm sure he doesn't mind being
buddy.
mentioned. Hope you watch this.
I know he's going to be watching this. Him and his rent-a-girlfriend.
A little ASMR.
We want to get him on the podcast. That's going to be... That's a good topic to bring up, though. Like for gym bros and stuff. Yeah. Like, we could gain a good bit of people to watch our content if we brought in aspects of that.
Yeah.
Too, like, because if it's going to be something you continue to do, then you might as well spread your information that you know.
Learning a bunch of stuff. But yeah, if I didn't meet Skyland and me and him didn't become friends, I don't think I would have went to the gym. And I think I'm gonna keep going with it. I really like it. I think it's really fun. I like the burn.
Dude, I'm twinning with the couch right now.
You really are. Oh my gosh. I think the biggest thing about like working out though is it's definitely like all in the mind, because I'd say I have body dysmorphia. You know what that is?
I know what body dysmorphia is.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
I know it's like seeing an image of yourself. Like
like you still think you're bigger.
Thing. Yeah. Like it's that memory that you lock into because that's what you remember. But you know, something that which I'm not even gonna lie, this whole like playing God of War, it's got me thinking, bro. It's like it's all in your memory. It's not right.
Yeah.
Like just because you see yourself like that, and like even though you looked like maybe like that at one point, it's one, not who you are now, and two, it's not who you are gonna be ever again.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like you can see people who look in the mirror and they hate how they look, and that's all just yourself pushing you back. Like unless you can accept that part of you, like even like that memory of yourself, if you can accept that, then you'll be chill. I think body dysmorphia is a serious thing because it causes like eating disorders.
Yeah.
But I do think that if you have the right mindset, you can get past it.
You can change it.
It won't hurt you or affect you as much as it probably does.
Yeah. I don't know if I still have it or not. I'd say it's gotten a lot better if I do. I can accept that I've gotten stronger and I look a little better than I used to. Not as tubby.
We both used to have some pretty big tum-tums.
Oh, yeah. We got photos for evidence.
That's why we didn't show our face.
Throwing up.
Why are we not there? Yeah. Boom! It's like, God, what would you say in these past like 4 or 5 years? What would you say is like the biggest change that's affected you the most?
Oh.
Like, that you can think that, like, because, you know, there's like a shift in your lifestyle.
Yeah.
And how you used to think versus how you aren't continuously thinking now.
Was I dating whenever we first started the podcast?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
It was because like we were pretty young.
Yeah.
It was like just a good like 2-3 month span that we did that shit. And I think that
well, I think I was like 15 or 16. I think I started dating when I was 15.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah, I'd say dating and like having a high school breakup, like I don't know, I wouldn't say it like changes you that much, but it definitely can affect you really heavily. Like, I don't know, just depending on someone, and then all of a sudden they're just like not really there for you at all. It can impact you pretty hard, but I wouldn't say it impacted me that much. I just say it changed me the most because I started getting to like hang out with y'all more, and then that built up my personality even more.
Personality shifts are always interesting to me because it's like it feels right and wrong sometimes, you know, and you're like, do I do too much? Do I like study like God, dude? I don't even know. I feel like I've said this to Season. I feel like a lot of people are autistic.
Oh yeah.
Like I'd say like
Most
even
people.
though I'd say I'm pretty high functioning, I'd say there's a good bit of part of me that's like autistic.
Yeah.
You know, because I'd be stemmed by something that nobody cares about.
Yeah.
Like that's what this is going to be, is like an outlet for that feeling, because it's wanting to. I say my autistic behaviors are like trying to. Not, I wouldn't say like a word like enforced or like influence. I would like to use my life and influence other people.
Yeah.
Like not in the way of like social media, like not like that kind of influencer, but just like wanting someone
you can like see and relate to, kind of.
Like
yeah.
And then also like shaping my personality to help them. Like not in a bad. I'm not meaning that in like a bad way.
Yeah.
Or even just like wanting somebody to relate with. Yeah, I'd say that.
It is a good feeling, having a relatable guy around.
Exactly.
And then you get like this big community built up, and they're all just like little yous.
And
you get
just
a little army.
It's so cool when like you and like somebody else can just connect on that different level. Yeah. Where you're like, hell yeah.
See, I'm hoping that the music and stuff really brings that part through.
That's one of our biggest like factors in life, I feel like, or one of our biggest hobbies.
Yeah.
I'd say. It's like listening to music.
It's such an escape that you can just zone out, listen to music, and it helps so much.
Which we will get into that later. Oh yeah, Mardi Gras.
Oh yeah.
I went and experienced Mardi Gras. Got this dude. Got a bunch of other stuff, but it was hectic. I don't know if I'm just like a introvert or whatnot, but I don't like being around people.
I don't really either.
Like crowds.
Yeah. I'd rather at most I'm taking like I'm getting like 8 people around me, that's it.
Mardi Gras. People are just like so ridiculous, and I'd rather be at home doing nothing.
There's a lot of traveling. Did anything fun happen while you were traveling? Did y'all like try any new food? See any funny feet?
Funny feet.
See any funny people?
We saw a couple of funny people.
Some strangers and freaks wandering around.
I mean, it's New Orleans.
Yeah.
And Mobile at the same day. You're going to find some goobers.
That's awesome. I'm glad.
No, yeah. There was that guy that rolled up to me asking for $2. He had a little business card that said, "Can I have $2?" It's on the phone.
To me.
I was on the phone with my mom, and I was like, "Mom, yeah, it's pretty chill. We're not going to Bourbon Street." We went to Bourbon Street. And this guy rolls up on me in a little bicycle, and he's got like that one dude who like inverts his mouth. Like,
oh yeah, like
he looked like that.
Oh my gosh, that's terrifying.
And he rolled up and he was like, "Yo, give me $2." I'm like, "Nah, bro,
Not
no dollar."
Do you have $2?
No, I didn't have no cash.
At least you didn't have any.
I'm not gonna be carrying around stuff. I always use my card.
He's got a bicycle. He'll be fine.
That's what I'm saying. He can get around.
Yeah.
You can find somebody else to give him $2. I paid my dues. No.
It'd be funny if you saw him later that night, like spin back.
He just rolls up on me with the $2
Yeah.
and does like a quick little like money spread.
$2 money spread and dips on his bicycle.
Dude, if I got that whole like meme, if I got honey bun,
if I got
honey bunned
hit with a molten honey bun
while being homeless.
Yeah.
Think about how shitty that'd have to be. Like a molten.
Your life is already pretty rough, and then flaming hot honey bun hits you right in the mouth.
Flaming hot honey bun.
You're done for.
God, no, yeah. But no, and then there was this place called Spotted Tea in Mobile that we went to. And bomb.
That's
probably the best blueberry pancakes I've ever had.
Oh yeah.
It was like base pancakes, and then they had a little bowl of like blueberry syrup. And
do you have any powdered sugar on there?
Yeah, threw some powdered sugar on there. Then we had like I got a side of bacon and eggs too.
Oh man,
dude, I smacked that shit.
I
absolutely demolished.
If that was in front of me right now, gone in a minute.
Dude, I literally told the people at the table, like all the friends, I was like, I'm going to destroy this.
Just forewarning, this will be gone soon.
I eat way too fast, bro.
You are the fastest. I thought I was a fast eater. You're the fastest eater I know. You want to talk about that racist guy? Or the racist lady,
yeah,
the lady.
Okay, yeah. This was the probably most surreal moment throughout Mardi Gras. There was this lady. Okay, so they have the floats, and it's a double-decker thing, so people stand on each side on both levels, sitting there throwing like the beads and the plushies and all that stuff out. And then there was this one lady, which I was already looking up at the sun without any sunglasses, just blinded and stuff like that. And I look and I see this one lady up at the top just get this big ball of beads, and I'm like, oh my God, someone's gonna die. And then there was this black family that was like sitting down next to me. The dad was smoking a blunt, and he was hiding behind. He was using the kids to shield him. They were sitting up front. He was letting them have fun. He was like, damn, And so he was sitting there. He was like, just and then boom, MLB 95 miles an hour just destroys that whole black family. And like all I could think about in that moment was that was targeted. Yeah. That was racist.
What'd he say whenever he got
He was like, God damn. God damn. He got all pissed, and then the whole family got up and left. They were done.
I would too, man.
Dude,
oh my gosh.
And I just know because it was New Orleans that they were like hella racist.
Yeah.
I feel like they knew what they was doing.
Man, that Mafia 3 game showed me how racist they were. Louisiana's
pulled
crazy.
over driving.
Yeah.
GTA or Mafia?
GTA. No, I don't care.
You excited?
Dude, GTA 6. I've had dreams about it. Have I told you that?
I think so.
I had a dream about it that I was playing it early. Oh my gosh.
You're a little weirdo.
It was amazing. I can't wait for it to come out. My brain just constructed the perfect story.
I know. I like the Bonnie and Clyde aspect.
Yeah.
I feel like that's gonna be cool.
That's gonna be good.
Different.
I hope they have some like crazy arguments and stuff. I hope it dives real deep into their relationship. I heard that they were gonna kind of like tone back the robbing and like that kind of aspect of it, like I don't know, something like the vulgarness. I heard that they were trying to like mainstream it, but I don't know.
I feel like most of the vulgarness that came from 5 was like Trevor.
Yeah,
Trevor really like kicked it off with the stomping the dude's head in.
Dude, yeah,
like that was his first. That was the introduction.
He was having sex as he was like.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he was having sex standing up in a trailer. And then he goes out and stomps the dude's head in.
That's what Mardi Gras reminded me of. Was like it was like like GTA like oppressors.
Yeah,
just everywhere. So everybody got an oppressor. They're all flying around.
That's scary.
It's just like damn. Like so many people. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm excited for about GTA 6. Like,
yeah. The amount of like pedestrians that are going to be around. Yes, dude.
I'm glad that like the PS5, which I saw an article about the PS5 saying that it was like that it was entering the later stages of its life.
Yeah, I saw that too.
That is stupid.
Yeah.
With all the COVID restrictions and stuff like that, like they need to the PS5 Pro or whatever. Like I don't think that would be a bad decision.
No. I think that'll come out around when GTA 6 comes out.
They barely had any fucking games put on there.
No.
It's just
I think like the
Spider-Man.
biggest game has been Spider-Man and God of War Valhalla, like Ragnarok, and that's it. I think I think it's like Black Myth Wukong or something coming out soon. About the little monkey guy. That's gonna be like the most impressive, like visually, on PlayStation yet. I think it looks like it. The trailer looked amazing.
Which I don't think that really you can get anywhere further with graphics.
No, I feel like
nowadays
it comes to a cap. I think 8K is probably like as high as you can get without going a little overboard.
Unreal Engine 5.
Dude, yeah. Have you seen the clip of the car like on fire?
I don't think so.
I saw Joe Rogan talk about it on his podcast. But there's a clip of the Unreal car on fire. We could probably throw it up there somewhere. But it's them like interacting with it. They have like a little beam above it, interacting with the fire and the smoke, and it like reacts to the stuff. It's crazy. It looks real.
Unreal Engine 5 is cool. I like that they're doing that shit with like Snake Eater.
Yes, dude.
Snake Eater is gonna be so good. I have high hopes for it. What would you say is your favorite game that you've played besides Fortnite? Like in the past, like 4 years, 5 years. Do you remember any good like story game or?
Okay, I'd say
one
like
that stuck out.
One of my favorites that are like just straight game, like that I've played kind of recently. I think it's been Dishonored.
Dishonored's a good fucking game.
Yeah, Dishonored 1 is my favorite.
So slept on.
2 is really good too.
I haven't played 2.
The art style, it's so impressive. Like it looks like a comic book, and then the skills and abilities that you have they're so cool. They're so unique. Like the blink ability is like one of the coolest ones.
Honestly, like and if you see the clips in Dishonored 2 or like Dishonored 2,
yeah,
you see it like the power system that they put in place. Like, honest to God, I'd say the main character of Dishonored, I can't remember his name. He's like
Corvo?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was like the people who hit the clips. Like if you put them against like like verses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Honestly, would be one of like could probably kill almost anybody.
Yeah.
Like the clips are the most impressive thing.
I agree. That's like I think that's why I like it so much. Like I played it on PC, and you could just oh my gosh, you can get so creative with how you kill people.
Capabilities, of like those powers, like the blink, like the that shit goes hard.
The assassinations, the gun plays super sick. You just it's like a little parry. Oh my gosh, and then. You can't talk about games that have come out recently and not talk about like Elden Ring, because like I know you haven't played too much of it.
I played a good bit. I would say that I and like I've seen so much through the
Probably
media.
Like 20 hours.
Yeah, I'd say like 20 hours, and then seen like a lot of gameplay.
Yeah, dude.
I'm not gonna lie. This is like a hot take. I love the game, but I think it has gotten kind of stale. I think they need to release the DLC.
They definitely do. They really do. I think it'll be another big thing though when they do it. I think it'll blow the game up again, like almost as much as it was when it came out.
You guys would love to see us play Elden Ring, the DLC,
dude. That'd be kind of fire. That'd be sick. Oh my gosh.
I wish I had it on my PS5. Like the Steam account was just such a waste.
I'd get it on PS5 again just to play it again.
See, Elden Ring, it's the staple. It's what the game should be like now.
It's what got me into the like the Souls series. Oh my gosh, like the Souls-like, and then you got Lies of P. I played Lies of P. It was really good too. Reminded me of like Bloodborne mixed with Elden Ring, but I don't think you can jump in it.
Is it open world as well?
Not really. It's kind of like how the old ones were. Like you go through the certain paths.
The sections. See, like. Because I don't know. I love Elden Ring. I really do. It's gotten stale, but I think I'd say Dark Souls 3 is probably my favorite out of the Souls. I know it's not the best.
See, I still got to play through a lot of them. I beat 1, Elden Ring. I think those are the only 2 I beat.
1? You beat Elden Ring? I didn't know that.
Yeah. I love.
What was your favorite boss fight?
Malekith, I think is what his name was. The one who freaking flies around the map.
Malekith was hard.
So cool. Oh my
wait, no, that's Radon. Malekith is the beast dude.
Yeah, that one. That's the one I liked. Yeah.
Radon's the one that flew over the map.
Yeah.
Malekith was the one who was like, "Darkness, become my blade." Like
I forget who's the one. Like the guy with the lion. I forgot his name.
Oh, Godfrey.
Yeah, dude, he was hard. When he goes bare knuckles on you.
I know his combos were like some Tekken shit.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
He ripped off his shirt and just started whooping.
Dude,
it was so hard to fight. I fought him like 20 times.
Souls games are terrifying.
Yeah. They still scare me.
I'm never playing Sekiro. I don't think I ever will. Like, I want to, but then again, I'm like, this is just gonna kick my ass.
Yeah, that one has like the craziest learning curve out of all of them.
See, dude, Ragnarok, like God of War. I really, really, really mess with the Valhalla update. It gives those elements to it, and it does it in such a unique way in the style of God of War.
I like all the little drops, like with where you can upgrade your stuff, get different like attacks. Those are so cool. Like get your health back up as you're going through the little gauntlet. Plus, like the Greek, like the inclusion of like the old soldiers. Oh my gosh, it's such a nice callback to the old God of War games. I loved playing those because I played those kind of recently. I think it's been like a year and a half, probably 2 years. Some of my favorite games of all time. God of War, it's always hit. Even though the old creator talks about not liking the Kratos evolution.
Developers and anything like that, they have such an ego.
Yeah.
Where they think their creation is the best, and that's just media in general. But to not appreciate what path Kratos has gone on in the recent games is just blasphemous.
Yeah,
it's blasphemous. Like the ending to God of War, like it's beautiful. You feel like you resonate with Kratos so much, especially if you grew up on playing the God of War games. That
seeing like the rage that he had in his like early 20s, and then seeing him like, I think he's like 900 years older or something. Bro has matured like crazy.
Like he takes away from every experience, and it's almost like this. It's crazy because they took this guy who was a god killer and the most like brutal in all, like one of the most brutal characters in all of gaming.
The God of War.
Like the fact that you could keep punching like at the end of like God of War 3, where you just keep punching Zeus. Like it doesn't stop you because you just keep pressing that button.
Dude, I kept going. I kept hitting that button.
They took that character, that god killer, and made him like lovable and like wholesome,
like relatable almost. There's a weird relation between like the audience and between Kratos, because like we pretty much grew up with him. That's like came out in 2018.
How long beautiful story.
That's 6 years ago. So 2018 to now, that's 6 years that we've grown up ourselves with Kratos as a main character. It's amazing.
They let which I love Santa Monica Studios strictly off the fact that they let 2018 sit and then put out this, and then later on, like 2 years later, they put out the other like expansion to it.
Yeah.
They're letting it resonate with the fans, and I love that aspect of it.
Very consistent too. I wouldn't have thought they'd put it out so soon after. Like I thought Ragnarok would have came out later. I don't know. It's because I'm so accustomed to the Rockstar way of releasing games. 10 years.
What a process.
Yeah.
They love like the anticipation. Like I know, and it sucks because that whole thing with how people leaked the trailer.
It would have been so much more hype. It's already like the trailer on YouTube was like the most viewed video game trailer I think of all time. And imagine what it would have been if it was like a surprise drop, like a surprise trailer.
Well, they were going for that, but people like
they ruined it with the leaks. I don't even know how you like the dude went to jail, right? I think that's insane. They freaking got him just for like leaking the game.
That's wild. That's wild. I mean, that's trademarks.
Justified. Even though I still was hyped for the trailer.
It still was a good trailer.
Yeah. I have the video of me like reacting to it for the first time. Like not like as it was playing, but like my first reaction after I finished it.
I'd say my favorite, like with all upcoming games, not really counting, and with what I've played recently. I don't know, because that was kind of a hard category to put it in, like a 4-year span that we haven't been doing this. I guess, I mean, you answered a good one with Dishonored. I'd probably say, like, and I know mine are stereotypical. One I was really glad I played, which this was, I think, before I even started the podcast, was Portal 2.
Oh, yeah.
Highly recommend. It was one of my, like, it really gives you, like, trust issues.
Oh, yes, dude.
Like, the main dude, like, the main, like, robot that you go around with.
Is that Peabody or?
No.
What's the other one? Oh, I forgot.
It's like, it's something with a W.
Yeah.
Like, but no, he was such a homie throughout the whole game, and then he turns on you, and you're just like, damn.
Yes.
But
Oh
I
my
think it's
God.
such a good story that it's like it goes in Half-Life and all that. Like it does such a good job at having that first person view while
Mhm.
also creating like characters around it and
Yeah.
stuff.
So creative, dude. Valve, they need to somehow release more games because every single game I think they've ever released has been a hit. You got Counter-Strike, that Dota 2 game I think is also Valve, and it's
I
still
think so,
going.
yeah.
And then you got like Portal, Half-Life. Imagine when Half-Life 3 comes out. That's gonna break the internet too.
I feel like that was. I mean, I never played the VR game.
Yeah,
but
I
heard
to.
it was good.
I'm gonna get a VR one day just to play Half-Life Alyx.
See us play VR games
That'd
on the
be-
Off the
that'd be
Wall
so
channel.
sick.
VR is a cool expansion to gaming.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's not
Ooh.
really practical.
What do you think about the Apple Vision Pro?
That is one cool machine, but like I just said about VR in general, it's not practical.
No.
It's brain rot.
Uh-huh.
It really is. It's directly in front of your face,
Yeah.
and you're just like so focused on you, like your virtual reality. It's like a new life, which is cool.
Do you think that's the future? I think so. I think
Yeah, for like rich people.
in
I don't know if it'd be like a real like ghetto situation.
see, I feel like
porn,
in
like-
5 years, the Apple Vision Pro is gonna get cheaper. They're gonna release a couple more, and then we'll be with the Apple Vision Pros,
Mhm.
and then other people will have like the Apple Vision 5s, 6s. They're gonna be way better than the ones we have. It's just gonna be a whole nother repeat with the iPhone situation. Like you getting your new phone recently, like you were stuck on the XR,
XR.
and then
I love
going-
that phone.
Yeah, such a reliable phone.
I hated it at the end, but I think it was like staple iPhone.
Yeah, that's like the flagship, or was at the time.
It introduced the newer generation while also staying to like the older ones
Mhm.
too, like the 6.
Yeah,
Because like I'd say it goes, the 1 and the 2, at least for older generations, is the XR.
Yeah.
And the 6.
hmm
Because the 5 and like the numbers before, they were good.
Mhm.
They just there was something about those ones that everybody, like the mass production and like the mass appeal for them
Mhm.
really did play a big part, but it was for good reason.
yeah,
Apple is such an impressive company.
they are. I don't know how they do it. I mean, we're filming off a MacBook right now.
I know.
Some of the craziest tech.
Hey, Steve Jobs.
Bro's dead. Bro's looking at you through the grave.
What?
What?
Steve Jobs dead.
I'm doing a whole essay in English on him.
Dude, I don't know how that essay is gonna go.
No, yeah, I chose
It's
a
gonna be-
weird topic.
It's gonna be good. I feel like you can find stuff.
Yeah.
Yours is way more. Yours is better than mine.
What did you choose?
The Chernobyl stuff,
Oh yeah.
which I find interesting, but I feel like it's overplayed. At least when it comes to like a disaster, I feel like not many people look at it though.
hmm
But it is like it's like it
Yeah.
fucking blew up.
I always
What
go for
else?
like a tech theme in my essays. Like I think for English 101, I went for like a AI revolution type thing. That was a good essay. I think I made 100 on it. I don't know. Maybe not 100.
Oh, good old college. I do say I think English is my favorite class,
Mm-hmm.
just for being able to write. But I do hate some of the essay topics. Like
Yes.
that one, I knew I was not gonna get like a good grade, like the best grade, but
Mm-hmm.
it was still fine.
Just writing topics on or writing essays on random little stories you read.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough to. I had a bad one.
Because I did my last one last year or last semester.
Mm.
I did mine on that fucking what's it called? The writer strike.
Oh yeah.
The writer strike. That was a good topic. It was just
Dang, I forgot that even happened.
it was like
The writer's strike.
it was interesting. I learned a good bit. Like
Mm.
it's crazy the SAG-AFTRA,
Mhm.
the SAG-AFTRA, whatever thing. They house so many actors and like employees and just in general for like Hollywood. Like a majority of like probably big name ones too, because I feel like it
I
definitely
know Bob Odenkirk was under it. Like a lot of the Breaking Bad people. I thought it was cool how both of our topics kind of convened because
Mhm.
like even with the SAG Astra or Astra whatever it is, like they had limitations on AI used in movies and stuff. I thought
Mhm.
that was crazy. Have you seen the NBA's AI thing that
That
did?
movie mode thing.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
NBA needs to. Did you see the dunk contest? That shit
Yeah.
was whack.
yeah.
Did you see that side profile? Here, put the picture up. Look at Jaylen Brown. he jumped over. He had Jason Tatum lob the dunk up to him.
Uh-huh.
Jumped over Kai Cenat sitting down.
Yeah. I saw
That was the fucking stupidest dunk I've ever seen.
Like,
Dude, we're in the
what-
red. Damn.
How tall was he? How tall was Kaizen? Like
He's like 5'4".
Yeah. If you can't jump over him standing up, then you don't need to play in the NBA.
Where's that white dude, Mac McClung?
Yeah.
He come in there and he's just jumping over Shaq.
Yeah.
And he's shorter than Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown, he's a good basketball player, but by God, he sucks.
What do you think of Sabrina versus Steph?
Oh, she cooked.
She did cook. 26.
People like, I see so many mixed things where I'm guessing a lot of it is like misogyny towards her, but she is a good shooter.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people before it happened. They were like, "I hope she shoots from the NBA 3-point line,"
And she
she
did.
did.
She came out there and dropped Dame's winning record, like,
Really?
winning score.
God.
So
dang.
I don't know if they had Steph just come in there for fuck's sake
Yeah.
and had Dame like win the thing,
Uh-huh.
but they had like Sabrina and Steph like right after.
Yeah. I know Steph only did 3 more points than Sabrina. I think he
Yeah.
did 29. Sabrina did 26.
I mean, like she came out the gate with that first rack
Yeah.
and just swish, bro.
I mean, all these dudes saying they can go up against WNBA players. I still think the skill gap between the two is like, could you beat a WNBA player?
Probably the worst on the roster.
You think like,
That's at max.
yeah.
I'm still probably getting cooked.
You got to think too. They're kind of tall too. They're
Yeah.
still tall women.
They're just the athleticism is
Yeah.
like different.
Mhm.
That's been known. Come
Yeah.
on.
We ain't no professional athletes. We hoop, but we ain't like that.
No, we hoop. We will hoop for you guys.
Oh,
if
that'd
you
that'd
want.
be a crazy video.
That'd be done. We could do, and with this new
Yeah.
phone at least.
Mhm.
My camera not making noises like
I need
yours.
I need to fix mine.
I found the settings where you can record in 4K, which we could
Oh.
totally do.
Heck yeah.
Because I don't know if I'm gonna be bringing that
Cinematic
fucking-
mode.
that camera with me.
Big ass camera.
'Cause I don't even know what to do with it now.
Yeah, 29 minutes. That's wild. What else do we have to talk about?
We got movies, man.
Movies. One that I watched recently that, I mean, it had been recommended to me so many times. Everything Everywhere All at Once.
That one's so good.
Oh my gosh.
Peak movie.
A24 kills it. Every movie they come out with. Not every, but most movies they come out with. You got that like Talk to Me movie that did really good. The one
I heard
that
it
the
was
Raka
good.
Raka brothers did.
I think that was. I heard a lot of like good things about that.
Mhm.
I think that was a good step in the horror genre. I didn't see that one,
Mhm.
but
I didn't either.
I heard good reviews. Saw X too.
Yeah, and then you got
wanna
the
see
Iron
that.
Claw.
The Iron Claw, bro. That might be my favorite movie of all time, and I haven't even seen it yet.
I haven't even seen it.
It looks beautiful, like
It
for a
does.
wrestling story and an OG wrestling fan. Like all this memory, all this stuff I be talking about. Like it's all hidden behind WWE. That was my first like obsession, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
remember
lie.
it.
Like I'm gonna be truthful, and I know that shit was fake, but I wanted it to be real.
Did you ever bring toys to school? I swear I saw you with like a
Probably.
WWE toy.
Probably.
In elementary school one time.
Dude, I know I used to always have some toys on me at elementary school. I was weird. But no, WWE goes hard. Like it used to.
Yeah.
And it's just fallen off. But no, the Iron Claw is a good story that it can that nobody's heard of. Like I me being that like that guy who knows like all these different wrestler names and like finishers and stuff
Yeah.
like that is I didn't even know about this.
Yeah,
and
the Von
I saw
Erichs, is that what it? Yeah.
the Von Erich brothers, and I've never heard of it. But I
Like-
did see it was this interview with Ric Flair, like a legend
Yeah.
in the business, and he was saying that it was 30 years too late. Like it was a good because I don't know what happens,
Yeah.
but it looks like it'll deliver on what message it's trying to send,
Okay.
even though it doesn't tell the full story.
Yeah. I think what he means by that probably is like the fact that the father like pushed him so hard.
hmm
Probably.
It's weird seeing stuff like the Gypsy Muse stuff
Yeah.
get pushed over, stuff like that,
Mhm.
because it's like they're
Yeah.
both mental problems.
Mhm. Oh my gosh, that stuff's crazy. Her being like out of prison and stuff. She's definitely, I guess you'd say, fallen off though.
Speaking on like the Iron Claw story is just it's such a sad thing, and
Mhm.
like you said with the Gypsy Muse thing of her being like irrelevant now, almost like she's died down
forgotten pretty much.
because she was like she had that fame and stuff, but I think she ran it into the ground herself.
Oh, yeah. She too open about it. I feel
Mhm.
like too like she went straight to the social media side, going on TikTok, like talking about what happened. I mean, her boyfriend killed her mother, and she assisted in it too.
Which it's crazy because like pieces like The Act is it shines that weird light where it construes the details.
Yeah,
and it really helps in Gypsy's case because they see all these horrible things and these uncomfortable things that make them like the Dahmer story.
No, dude.
You know, like it has
that show.
It has that feeling. Have you ever seen The Act? Like,
I haven't seen it, but I think I've heard enough about it to kind of like get a feel for it. I know who was it? It was Joey King who played her.
Yeah, she did a killer job.
Yeah, Joey King. I mean, like Bullet Train. Heard she's in like a lot of like rom-com movies.
But that fame that comes with her name and playing that character,
yeah, it definitely shines the wrong light on it.
Because you see it, it's like she was a little girl.
Yeah,
and you automatically just in your mind go like, yeah, defend that person because like it's a child that you're seeing all these uncomfortable, like the teeth. Like, so the sugar thing, that was my biggest takeaway from that was the sugar thing. And she bit down after drinking like a bunch of Coke. She like her teeth fell out, and you're like, oh, you know, and that makes your skin crawl and you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah,
and you instantly put the blame on the mother. Whereas you know we didn't see any of that. It was all in the shadows. So of course it's going to be like construed.
Yeah,
and I think that was kind of how the Von Erich family was too. That's like people like. You see it in like big tropes in like media and stuff like the overwhelming power of a certain thing or whatnot can push things into a dark area.
You got to think with like the Von Erich like story in the Iron Claw, like they missed out on a whole brother. I think it was one whole.
Wasn't
brother.
there was like 6 brothers?
I think so, yeah. And they only showed 3. I know one died when he was a kid. The other one didn't grow to be like as strong and as big as him. I think one of them was like 5'5", and the other ones were like 6 foot, like over 6 foot.
And it feels like, at least from what I've heard in the advertisements, is almost like that family were dog breeders. They were using their children as like runts and like prized animals,
treating them like dogs
for a fake business like wrestling.
Yeah,
like. In the ring, you know, like no,
pretending.
Not even like the real wrestling, just some fake shit.
Still worked them to death.
But no, I am going to watch that movie, and who knows, maybe I'll even post a review about it.
It needs to come on streaming platforms. I don't think it has yet, has it?
Dang. It needs to, for real. A24, they push out a bunch of good movies. I respect A24 like a lot. The last one I saw was Lady Bird. Yeah. Which if you're a fan of this episode or even listening to us talk or about like, you know, our college life in high school even, that is a great coming of age movie. Like it stuck with me because in there it was like the relationship between Lady Bird and her mom. And seeing it was just like, it was crazy seeing the mannerisms and the passive aggressiveness that she brought. The mother killed it like in the role. Like she did a phenomenal job.
A24 just makes me think of what was it called? The horror movie Hereditary.
Oh, Hereditary's so good.
Like the mom in that one killed it. Oh my gosh, that lady is an amazing actor.
That ending was one of the scariest things I've ever seen. Like
mom saws her head off.
It was so funny when the girl died, like sticking her head out the window. I remember I was watching it with my family. Yeah. And me and my brother, we went just fucking died laughing. My mom got so pissed. I bet. She was mad. It was just funny because like I don't know, it's not funny, but it was funny because she was like bang.
Gone.
Just dunzo.
Oh my gosh, the fact that he goes home, gets in bed and waits till the morning till like anything happens is insane. Like he doesn't even like tell anyone that his little sister just died. He just goes home, gets in bed, and goes to sleep.
A24 is great at making that family dynamic. Yeah. Almost anything.
Yeah, they really...
I didn't think about that until now.
Yeah. They really do strive in the like, family aspect.
Like, oh my god.
Like, literally, wow, like, everything everywhere all at once, that's another one. Like, the family aspect comes into play.
I'm saying, with the Von Erich family.
Erichs, Lady Bird.
Lady Bird, yeah, they just love... Even with mid-90s.
Oh, yeah.
Mid-90s had the mother role, too.
Where, I forgot that was
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up!
Gosh, that movie
Shut the fuck up! Sonny Soljic killed it.
I think I watched it twice.
a good movie.
I think.
It's another great, like, they do great, like, for coming of age and,
Mhm.
and just being a kid.
Gosh, everyone in that movie was so good. Even like the actual skaters they got to play in it, they did amazing. Freaking who directed it? For his name, Jonah Hill.
Yeah, Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill did a great job directing. That dude. Speaking of body changes, that dude had a crazy one.
That movie I watched, Stutz, about his therapist.
Mhm.
Loved that idea. I'd
Yeah.
love to do something like that with my my
Oh, yeah.
psychology project.
That's a good idea.
I don't know. I'm drawing blanks. It's like my first actual project, thinking about like doing something out of the box.
Yeah. You could probably honestly film that on your phone, for real. Get some like hook up mics somehow.
I was thinking I need to use or like get my own tripod
Mhm.
and get like the phone thing
Oh yeah.
and then just set
I
it
think
up.
that
and
one
record.
came with one. I need to find it somewhere.
It's probably somewhere in here. But no, I'd save the Iron Claw and that whole story with them is my most anticipated
Yeah.
thing to watch right now. Because The Boy and the Heron, I'm really excited to see, but I've heard mixed reviews.
Yeah.
It's like not. It's another thing like something like an Evangelion where it's like, I guess it sounded confusing. I don't really understand just off of previews. I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know. It did sound kind of confusing.
Studio Ghibli does a lot of straightforward work
Mhm.
where they lay it out for you and you just take away what you want.
Yeah.
Like a lot of love.
I need to watch more of those. I've only seen one, I think. Ponyo. I saw Ponyo.
Ponyo, I haven't seen that one yet.
It was good. It was solid, but it was a little weird.
That was another, like, I think they're all like a majority of them are like love stories.
Yeah. I think so.
Like Ponyo, I think that was a love story, right?
I think so.
There was
It
like
was- yeah.
she turned into like some spirit or whatever.
Yeah. It was weird, but good movie.
Oppenheimer.
Oh.
That was one of
Oh.
one of our memories,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
together. So I feel like that's a good one to bring
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, we can talk about the experience we had.
We went. This was just like one of the most notable things we did
How did we
together, at least.
How did we get there so late? Like, what happened?
I don't know. It was like you pissing,
Yeah.
Draven getting his snacks out. Them Funyuns really threw us off.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
No.
I vlogged a little bit of that day.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it was just nobody knew what, like, since me and Nathaniel brought the tickets, nobody knew what was going on.
No, yeah, I think we had like the times mixed up or something. I think we had thought that it started a little later than it was supposed to. We were like 20 minutes away as it was starting, like the introduction scenes.
Yeah, we missed the first half, or the first introduction scene of Barbie because of one of us.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm kind of salty because it was like
like-
really cool. It was like
yeah,
a 2001 Space Odyssey.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I'm kind of upset we missed that too. I would have freaked in theaters.
And then even with Oppenheimer, because I watched it the second time,
Yeah.
was that we missed that beginning thing where it says like the Prometheus line,
Oh,
like
did
unleash
we?
the box or
Yeah.
whatever, and it has like an explosion, kind of like how the nuke was.
Dang.
It was crazy seeing that in IMAX.
Yeah, I bet.
Oppenheimer, I haven't seen, which I'm not very well spoken when it comes to some films because I don't follow by directors as much
Yeah.
as more just what I want to see when I want to see it. Was that Christopher Nolan did a killer job, and I haven't seen much of his work,
Mhm.
at least when it comes like The Dark Knight. I've seen that.
I've seen crap. I haven't seen like Inception, but
I haven't seen Inception
I've
or
seen
like
Interstellar.
Tenet.
Have you seen Interstellar?
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, I saw Tenet too. It kind of has like a similar feel in between the movies, but I think Oppenheimer was much more based in reality. He couldn't like go as like sci-fi as he probably wanted to.
That's why I really liked Oppenheimer
Mhm.
was it being based on like real stuff.
Yeah, real events. Einstein hiding behind cars.
That stuff flew over my head. All that physics talk.
Yeah, I know.
Both times.
I
I'm
like
not a
the-
physics major.
I like the nukes and stuff and the star, dude. At the beginning when he was talking and the star, like he's talking about a supernova,
Mm-hmm.
and it showed like a reactor going like vroom, 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 vroom.
Who knew that Christopher Nolan could turn something like a wallpaper engine, like audio reactive thing,
Yeah.
into something so cool?
God.
Like I see it. I know what you're talking about. Like the effects that they did. That was beautiful. It was mind blowing, and he kind of used the sci-fi aspects with that,
Mm-hmm.
like making the reality of the thing, the nuke.
Yeah,
Like he turned that into some sci-fi, it's like fantasy.
he
almost.
did. Yeah,
It gave that feeling at least.
it had some inclusions of it. Like I don't know, they did talk about space a lot with like supernovas, stars exploding. They compared the nuke to a supernova,
which is crazy.
Yeah, really, really cool. And you gotta think about even like Barbie. It surprised me how good it was. The ad placement of Chevy was a little funky.
Oh yeah,
that was a little
I'm glad
silly.
we all like acknowledged that
Yeah.
in the moment. I was like, no way, I'm just watching this
No.
Chevy
I was
Equinox
sitting there-
drive.
I was sitting there thinking, and I look over at like Nathaniel, or you were sitting beside me, right?
Mhm.
I think I looked over at you, and I saw Nathaniel and Draven talking, and then I saw you like look over at him, and then you look back at me, and we were like,
Dude, I
"It's
remember
a Chevy ad if I've ever seen one."
It's like what? The fact that it was blue too, like
Yeah.
the baby like mix, the navy blue and baby blue mix,
Uh-huh.
like that nice royal blue.
Yeah.
Why? God,
I bet that got him some money though.
I was watching Code Geass,
Uh-huh.
and there was a pizza like she'd be eating pizza like C2, one of the main characters.
Yeah.
And there was Pizza Hut boxes everywhere. I was
Really?
Like, it's like no way.
Oh my gosh.
Pizza Hut sponsor
That's crazy.
for an anime? No way.
Movies with like crazy ad placements. Have you heard much about Madam Web?
I heard it was ass.
Yeah.
I heard they tried not to mention Spider-Man.
Yeah. Like apparently Peter Parker was born, but they didn't name him, so he was just like a random baby. I've heard that the main villain dies to a Pepsi sign. Like he gets crushed by a Pepsi sign. And there's a clip of Dakota Johnson sitting there with a Pepsi can in her hand, and she's like pointing it at the camera, and then she'll like bring it back and like fiddle with it, and then she'll move it back, like face the logo out. Oh my gosh! And then
Dude, they needed to fix that shit in post.
do you hear about the ADR with like the main villain and stuff, like his
No.
mouth? Like they had to do the audio recording afterwards, so it was like a bad dub on the main villain.
That's wild.
He was like speaking out of turn, like
Marvel, so ass.
Mhm.
They have ruined their franchises.
What do you think about Deadpool and Wolverine?
Dude,
I thought the trailer was a little corny.
I agree.
It was
I agree. Trailer was whack.
a little underwhelming.
It's like the trailer provided like the idea
Mhm.
that I think everybody had for like a animated show.
Yeah, you can
This
tell
is-
that Marvel definitely took a lot from their movies and like tried to add it into like the Ryan Reynolds rated R thing, and
because it's like that one thing we heard where like Ryan Reynolds isn't allowed to
yeah.
like what is it improv.
Oh yeah.
Where
Not
Ryan,
allowed to.
Ryan Reynolds not allowed to improv
Mhm.
his lines anymore. Disney's gonna insert their fucking comedy that they had in Love and Thunder. That's what's gonna ruin it.
Yeah,
That's
'Cause
what's gonna ruin
that's
it.
like that was the huge part of Deadpool 1 and 2 was the improv. Like Ryan Reynolds, he just did what he wanted to and said what he wanted to
They really just got a big head after Ragnarok.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
they thought they was doing something.
Taika
but they were
Waititi.
not.
I did
They-
not like his other movies. I saw like some clips from one of them that came out recently.
Mhm.
It looked better than what he did with Love and Thunder, but it was like a soccer movie.
Mhm.
It wasn't about Thor. I think he needs to stick with that.
I think Endgame and like Infinity War and Endgame carried
Yeah.
that shit so hard.
Infinity War was a masterpiece. I mean, I'd say Endgame was too.
And then they just bitch every other character that comes after Endgame.
Oh, I hope
Hulk.
Daredevil isn't bad.
Daredevil's gonna be all right. I feel like
You think so?
it's not gonna be as good as the Netflix show,
Yeah.
but if it brings back all its charm,
And I mean, I think
I can
Punisher's
see-
coming back too, right?
the Punisher's gonna be in Daredevil,
Yeah.
which I'm excited for.
Uh-huh. You think it'll be what's his name? Why am I forgetting his name?
John Bernthal.
Yeah, is it gonna be John Burton? No.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, good.
Yeah, like they got him casted already.
Thank goodness. Do you see the new Fantastic?
Pedro
the-
Pascal.
Yeah. Eddie from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Do you see that the bear, the cousin from the bear?
Oh,
is,
yeah.
is
He's
the
the
thing.
thing.
Yeah.
I fuck with that
Yeah.
heavy.
That's a good casting.
I think that might be a very promising one.
Hmm I think it will be, and it's the same dude who directed WandaVision. So,
Okay,
yeah.
so it's in good hands.
It's set in like the 60s or 40s, I think, and they're gonna see. I don't know what they're gonna do with like the whole multiversal thing.
as long as they introduce Doom
Yes.
like how they did with Thanos.
Uh-huh.
Like if they get like Thanos level suspense
Mm-hmm.
and make him the next big bad, because that's like the problem is they've given so much like attention to these other people that they have a trove of good characters to use. They just need to do the right casting and the right writing.
Dude,
And they got it, because Doom will be like 10 times better than Thanos.
Yeah, he's stronger too. I saw like in a comic book panel, he like one shots Thanos or something.
And I hope this brings in like other characters. Like I'm wanting to see like a Ghost Rider revival.
Dude, yes.
Did you see that trailer I sent you about the X-Men?
Oh no, I didn't watch it.
Dude,
but I know the show. I know that it's coming out. I saw something with Gambit. Gambit was in it.
No Steve Blum.
No,
Steve Blum is. I waited to hear Wolverine's voice, and it was like this. It was like real nasally. You're like, "What do you want, bub?" And dude, it almost made me want to cry.
Oh my gosh, no Steve Blum.
Being such a fan of the OG series.
What are they doing?
But it's all like it looks good.
Yeah,
Like the style of it, it keeps that 87 animation, but upgrades it.
but no Steve Blum.
No Steve Blum.
You can't have Wolverine
No Steve
without
Blum.
Hugh Jackman or Steve Blum.
Yeah, not even Hugh Jackman. It's like it's some nobody. I bet.
Oh my
Let me look
gosh.
this shit up. It is pathetic how bad it is.
I think that's what they're doing. They're doing someone else's voice for the game too. I think. I don't think the game is Steve Blum either.
God.
But I mean, the game will be good. I think the guy will probably do a good enough job.
If it's the same dude, I might skip out. Insomniac can suck my dick.
Well, just know him. He's like Tom Kenny.
This guy's name is Cathal J. Dodd.
I've never heard of him in my life.
I've never heard of like his voice in anything notable.
Can you show me the trailer right now?
I got
I
you.
want to hear it. I want to hear this. Dude, I'm gonna be so upset.
It's just like
I'm gonna be pissed.
it looks so good, and they even included characters like Gambit
Yeah.
and Cyclops too. Like I love Cyclops.
Yeah.
Underrated.
Yeah. I agree.
Because
Strong.
I think a great, like, at least for us growing up, a great alternative was that Wolverine show. Wolverine and the X-Men.
Yes,
I don't know if you've
dude.
ever seen that. Shit was heat.
You know what I watched a lot? I watched Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. I love that.
Oh, yeah. I just, no. If it's not Steve Blum, I don't want it.
Yo, okay, that does look really good.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's doing what Invincible wish it could do.
Yeah. Oh man, if Invincible was in this style, that'd be crazy.
Yep. I think I cut it off after I didn't hear Steve Blum. I'm not gonna lie. Season was like, it looks good. I'm like, yeah.
Wait, okay, I think I'm about to get there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez, bub, get it out my ear.
Jeez, bub, keep buzzing in my ear.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. It's that bad. I think that's my only complaint so far.
Yeah.
Like off of first impressions.
What's it? Cyclops sounded good though.
Cyclops
sounded really
sounds like familiar.
good. Yeah, I know.
Even.
That's what I was thinking. Sounds like I've heard him. Sounds like the guy who voiced what's his face in My Hero Academia, the bad guy, or not the bad guy. I don't know what I'm thinking.
All Might is such an underrated character. Like I remember watching the first season of My Hero.
Yeah.
Or like I think I watched 2 because I got to that point where he's like,
Yeah.
that shit was so good.
I want to watch more because I got to where they were they were fighting each other.
The tournament. They had a good tournament arc.
Yeah.
It was good because of like Todoroki or something like that.
Todoroki. Yeah.
Todoroki.
I got to where him and Deku were fighting, I think.
See, that was a good moment, but I would say like All Might carried.
Yeah,
like,
he was good.
Like if you think that fight was good, the season 1 finale fight
Mhm.
is one of the best I've seen.
Oh.
At least for like hands on hands. All Might pulls up, so like the main villain has this guy. It's like Nobu.
Is it where they like break into that place?
It's kind of like a knockoff of, or like a ripoff, or even like inspiration for like Maharaga.
Yeah.
In JJK's, like it could adapt, I think,
Uh-huh.
to like other things. So All Might's power is like the all for one, or
Yeah.
all in one something, a whole bundle. And he pulls up, and so the way All Might's character is written is that he can't use it consistently.
Yeah.
Something his
'cause
body
he's-
can't hold up to it.
Yeah, he's used it too much or whatever. And now
Yeah.
he's gotta pass it on.
And so this monster from the main villain brought him just like pulls up on the students, and they're
Mhm.
like, oh shit, and then All Might pulls up, and
Yeah.
they just back and forth. It was crazy. It was a good fight,
I'm
and
gonna have
like
to pick it back up.
My Hero is just such a fumble
Yeah.
because of the fan base and its own character arcs.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Vigilante Deku. Vigilante Deku.
He looks cool, but the fans,
dude, he's like a edgy Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, he does. He does look like an edgy Mickey Mouse.
It's like Disney for weeaboos. Because I didn't like the bright coloring of it, but
Yeah, it is really flashy.
it's a part of the new wave,
Mm-hmm.
which I mean, all these animated shows really helps me appreciate like growing up on Cartoon Network
Mhm.
and all that. I love anime. I don't care
really
what
is
I get
like-
called, like a nerd. Fucking
It's like the adult version of cartoons. I mean, it's
exactly.
it's that easy. You got like Samurai Jack when we were kids. That's like the most anime it got.
Avatar.
Yeah.
Avatar.
Mm.
Oh my god.
I gotta rewatch it. I watched it when I
Rethinking
was a
about
kid.
Avatar, like literally just even visiting it again in your mind
Yeah.
makes you appreciate it even more.
Oh my
And
god.
I've seen that shit like 3-4 times.
Yeah.
It's that good.
Yeah. What's his name? Right over there.
Oh yeah, Appa.
Yeah.
And then I got the fucking
Oh,
whole
yeah, yeah.
Team Aang. It's so good. Zuko, like he's like the greatest role model
Mhm.
to have growing up. Like he's like Kratos.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's like this redemption arc character.
and then you got his freaking granddad. Is that who? it is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Uncle Iroh.
Yeah.
Fucking love Uncle Iroh.
Uncle Iroh's a G.
What a story too, with
Yeah.
like the actor, the
Mhm.
voice actor singing that like while he like what he had, like vocal cancer or
Yeah,
something.
probably like esophagus cancer.
Yeah, like he
That's why I'll
had.
get the voice actors. That's why I'm worried to ever do voice acting.
Dude, yeah, just talking too much, yapping too much can get you killed.
Yeah. What does this world come to?
How do you even know? You're just like, ow.
Yeah, I feel like, but my throat hurts a lot.
I mean, you can't even notice cancer.
Not for real.
Like, you're just like, you go to a doctor visit and they're
yeah.
like, we're checking for cancer.
I feel like you gotta be like shutting down physically for them to be like,
Oh shit,
maybe I got cancer.
he's got cancer.
You gotta see it. You got skin cancer. That's the.
In this lighting, I look like I have a mean neck beard. I do. But golly,
Gotta shave tonight.
I'll say that and I won't be shaving for another
Another 3 months.
while.
I shaved, I think, 2 days ago. Gotta keep it fresh.
Mm-hmm.
My little neck beard.
What would you say? So getting into like the topic of animes, what would you say is your favorite of all time, and then, or maybe like give me a top three,
Mm.
top three of all time. What would you say?
Top 3 animes of all time.
that you've seen, because like it's favorite. Like what
Yeah.
you would say is the greatest, because obviously we ain't see all of them yet.
No,
We ain't see all of
we
them.
got a
yet.
lot left to go.
This man can barely get through Bleach and Dragon Ball at the same time. How the fuck is he else supposed to watch?
I can barely get through like a 12 episode anime, like
Yeah,
romance anime.
He is still on that shit.
It's been like a month.
Hey, Skylar.
Hey Skyline, how you doing, man?
What would you say your top three is?
Okay, Attack on Titan, of course, that's got to be in there somewhere. I put it number 1 right now because the ending was perfect. Number 2, I'd probably go JJK. Probably. I can't.
JJK, like all time?
I
We're
can't.
talking about all ones you've seen.
Yeah.
You'd put Attack on Titan, JJK. You finna get
so.
cooked in the comments.
I might be
You're
a.
gonna get cooked.
But then I got like Dragon Ball, but I haven't gotten that far in it. Like I've gotten farther than there are as many episodes in as JJK. Like I think there's 48 episodes of JJK.
Mm-hmm.
I've watched 40 of Dragon Ball, and I'm really liking it. But I don't know if I can put that top 3 of all time.
See, I respect, which I'll die on this hill with you with the
Mhm.
Attack on Titan take.
Yeah.
I agree.
Mhm.
But of all the ones you've seen, I feel like since you are watching Dragon Ball and you just got done with JJK, that's recency bias.
I think so.
I think so. I would put it in recency bias just because like it's what you're seeing now that you're like, oh
Yeah.
shit.
See, but like I've seen.
I do
like,
the same thing. It's okay.
I've seen like Tokyo Ghoul. I can't because that was a horrible anime adaptation. As much
Yeah,
as I liked
people-
it when I was watching it.
Well, people loved like the manga,
Yeah,
and even the first like what season, 2 seasons.
two I think was like peak Tokyo Ghoul.
Like, I know that had a fan base, but they like just like how Death Note was.
Yeah.
It's
See, like I'd put Death Note up there too, but I don't know. I liked season 2. I wouldn't say I hated it, but I liked L a lot more than I did the new guy. Can't think of his name. I swear it started with like an N or something.
JJK, I respect. I respect. If you fuck with it that much,
I do.
put that shit up there.
I think I need to read it because like reading it's a whole nother thing though. Because it's not animated, but the stuff that's in the manga that they're gonna animate is gonna be some of the best stuff we've seen.
Anime is just like, I don't know. It's so subjective.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wide variety. Like you can say any cartoon, like that you watched as a kid, and be like,
Yeah.
"That's my favorite." And people will be like, "Fuck yeah!"
Yeah,
But anime, they gonna fight you over
yeah,
that shit.
they will. They sure will.
No, Hunter, fucking 7 Deadly Sins, fucking goddamn.
7 Deadly Frames.
Like I just hear you say like JJK
Mhm.
over like Cowboy Bebop.
See, but I haven't finished Cowboy Bebop. I think if I do, I'd put it.
You might as
Top
well
5.
rewatch that shit.
Yeah,
It's only like 24 episodes.
I know, but I've rewatched it like 3 times.
Oh
I've
my
only gotten
Lord.
to episode. I think I'm on 16. 16 is the highest I've gotten.
He's watching Bleach, Dragon Ball, Solo Leveling.
Solo Leveling is really good.
I
I think
need to watch
it's
that.
promising. There's 5 dubs out, and I think y'all should watch them soon.
I didn't know that was where that smiling statue came from.
Yeah, dude, that thing is scary.
I feel like I saw that meme or like a meme of that
Uh-huh.
way before Solo Leveling even came out.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably from the manga.
Uh-huh.
I bet it's good in the manga. But dude, that was terrifying. Definitely worth the watch.
Code Geass right now is probably I don't know if I'd put it. That's I don't want to start like fucking rage baiting with the recency bias, but Code Geass is really good.
Yeah.
It's one of the most well thought out. Like
I
so
think that one's respectable because anytime I hear someone say their favorite and someone brings up Code Geass, they're like, yeah, solid.
like I don't know if I'd prefer it over like because I'd say it's more entertaining like Cyberpunk or maybe even Evangelion.
Cyberpunk's anime. Friggin' Edge Runners.
Cyberpunk is peak. I'd put it up there too.
Yeah,
It'd be in my top 10.
I would say too. It was 9 episodes, and it was still amazing throughout the whole thing. Some parts were unfavorable with like the little gap, like the jump that they did, like David getting all buff and stuff, like abusing the steroid cyber psycho stuff. That was a little funky, but I think in the end it was good enough to put it up there.
It really felt rushed after episode 5, like after that breaking point. They
Yeah.
had the time jump for a 10 episode anime.
Yeah,
Time jumps don't work out well most of the time if you don't do them like
it has to be a show that's gone over for like 300 episodes.
the time jump has to matter.
Yeah,
It has to like you have to see progress. This was just David becoming a dick.
and it was like immediate too. It didn't show like much in between.
It saw the death of like that main dude.
Yeah.
Main.
And then it was like straight to David being like 20.
Which was one of the coolest segments I've ever seen.
Yes,
like
dude.
that cyber psycho.
Yeah.
That was
I like-
crazy.
I like how he like held it back just to like not kill David and them. Like he was fighting it and he did a dang good job.
Like in the desert.
Yeah.
Like that desert
Oh my
segment that was in his
gosh.
mind, or like the section.
Uh-huh.
That was beautiful. Like,
They
he
gotta
was just,
do.
like,
They gotta do a season 2 somehow.
what would they do it on? I mean, like, if they made chronicles of stories,
Yeah. Oh,
it could
man.
work.
Yeah. I could
Oh my
definitely see that.
God, dude, I'm so excited for Devil May Cry like anime
Uh-huh.
coming out on Netflix.
Yeah. That's another game I need to play. I was gonna download it the other day, but I didn't for some reason.
I'd say that's bringing up that like it's a franchise that's also like it relies on its fan base more than the games produce
Yeah.
in content, because like they're going into mobile game direction, and that's just sad.
Yeah.
But Devil May Cry 5, that was probably one of my favorite games I've played recently, and I forget about it because like of bigger story games because it's so short, but it knew what tale it was trying to tell. It was like being epic and all that. It was like the pinnacle.
Yeah.
It's the definitive game. It's like Ragnarok and Devil May Cry for hack and slash genre,
Mhm.
definitive games. Like they are the best of the best.
Okay. I'd say that's a good take. I tried to play the first one and
Controls.
Yeah,
Same
they
with the
were
Resident
so
Evil
whack.
games.
I got new internet like I'd say it's 6 days ago now.
Mhm.
It still hasn't like stabled out, like it's not stable yet. But I'm hoping when it does, I can stream the Infamous games because I want to play Infamous through to Second Son. Those games are
Dude,
probably some of my favorite games.
I didn't realize the main dude in Second Son was voiced by Troy Baker. I think so. I may be wrong.
Probably.
I may be wrong.
It makes sense. Troy Baker does a killer
God.
job every time.
Yeah, I played I think the first Infamous.
It was Troy Baker.
I think I played the first Infamous,
Mhm.
but I didn't get. I played Second Son. Second Son was fun.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember we were in sixth grade talking
Dude,
about it on the way
facts.
home from getting Subway.
Dude, that and Watch Dogs.
Yeah.
Watch
Oh
Dogs
my
took
gosh.
over our childhood.
Yes, it did.
Very rightfully so, though.
Watch Dogs 2, I say that was my most hype release other than GTA 6. I was so hyped. It's
I
because
agree.
I was living in my granddad's house at the time because we were I think our floor was leaking or something, so we had to take all the floor out of our house. So we were moved in with my granddad for 2 months, and I was sitting there when we were rebuilding it. I'd have my phone. I just kept rewatching the trailer. I'd be like, Grandma, you got to get this for me when it comes out.
Dude, I remember you geeking about the dude with the mask, Wrench or whatever.
Yeah, dude, I loved him.
He was so dope. But Ubisoft, fuck you.
Yeah, screwed it up with Watch Dogs Legion.
Fucking Assassin's Creed,
Mirage.
Valhalla.
What are you doing?
That bullshit. Get that out of
Skull
here.
and Bones.
Get that out of here.
Did they do Skull and Bones?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they did.
Guys, come on.
God, that's such a sad day for PS5 owners.
It really is.
Having Skull and Bones on the platform.
We got Helldivers too, though.
Oh, yeah.
That one's okay.
That's a dub.
That one's good. Got Yuri screaming.
I love seeing the influence between each thing into some other anime, movies, and video games.
Yeah.
I love that the connection, one of the biggest connections is music
Mm-hmm.
and stuff.
It really is. You could any of the most, I'd say influential, games, animes, all that. They all have crazy music, all impressive stuff.
It all incites such a good feeling in you. It's all theatrical and a big score,
Mhm.
and it feels so original sometimes for games Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
PlayStation's really good at it. Last of Us, I loved the acoustic style that
Oh
it took.
yeah. One big example would be Star Wars for the movie category. I remember in the last one they did when Ben Swallow dies and all that. He whenever all the ships came in and they all showed back up and then the old music started playing, the old Star Wars music, that gave me chills. I was sitting there watching it was pirated. I was pirating it, watching it on my PC.
I respect it.
Still gave me chills.
Dude, I respect Star Wars. Star Wars' soundtrack is top tier
Mhm.
from the prequels.
Dude, the orchestra.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
they knew what they were doing.
It's hard to beat orchestras. Another movie that I'd say that has a lot of music in it that's I don't know, comparable almost would be Django. Tarantino's music in his movies is always so good.
I felt when I watched Django, the placement of it was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Some of only that Rick Ross song. I
Yeah,
don't know
that
why I
one-
have such beef with it, but
Yeah.
it just wasn't right. It was right in the middle of the section where it was showing them running away as slaves.
Mm-hmm.
Felt in such poor taste
Yeah.
to be here comes Rick Ross.
That I wish he could have got Frank in there. I wish he could
I
have
know.
worked in the Frank Ocean song.
Golly.
And you got what's the other one? The Hollywood. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. They had good music in there too.
Mhm.
The old vibe of that movie.
I'm trying to think because I feel when it comes to the music aspect of movies and stuff like that, one of my favorites that I've rewatched recently is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh my
that whole
gosh.
series.
Yes.
It's so great seeing in a day and age where copyright strikes and trademarks and licensing is such a hard thing to come by, to get by,
Mhm.
and it's a big obstacle for a lot of directors and creators in general. Was that James Gunn did a fantastic fucking job at introducing these oldies into younger generations and people who
Mhm.
want to see this. I feel he turned Star-Lord into a character that was so relatable
Yes.
due to the fact that he kept his human connection of music with his mother.
That's like all he kept for real.
That's
From
what
Earth.
I mean. He didn't do any like he became like this quippy dude, but he kept the music
Yeah.
that he heard from his mother and his father too. Like James Gunn did a fantastic job at introducing music to people.
I hope he carries the DC. I hope he does some great things. I mean,
The
I
Arkham
think he's
show,
gonna.
the Arkham show. If he is, because he's like the head of
Yeah.
DC
He's
operations.
he's like the
type
Russo
shit,
brothers of DC.
which I don't even know how they acquired that.
Yeah, I don't know how he
How
he
that became an option.
jumped up so quick. Like it was Zack Snyder or whatever. Now it's him.
Yeah, Zack Snyder, fuck off,
and
weirdo.
then who's the other guy? Was it? There was Zack Snyder, and then there's another one who did the first like Justice League movie that was like really bad, and then they did the Zack Snyder, and it was okay.
Oh, I don't know.
I forgot his name, but I think
Wasn't it like it was like a pretty, I don't know, quick decision to
Yeah.
throw like the new director on, I think,
Mhm.
if I remember correctly.
I think so. But I think he's gonna carry. You gotta look at like Guardians 3. That's like the best Marvel movie that they've put out within the last 5 years.
I'd say the only thing that rivals is Into the Spider-Verse.
Mhm. And that's not even really like I feel like Marvel didn't really do too much on that. I think
Yeah,
that's
it was
Sony,
more Sony, but
so
still, I guess you could.
it counts.
Yeah, you'd have to put it in there.
Yeah.
I remember you guys getting done like watching it and
Mhm.
telling me about it, being like, it was all right.
See, I don't know why. I thought it was amazing. I don't like that it cut off. Like, did it to be continued? It's been a while since I've been hit with one of those.
Yeah,
But it was jarring, and I think that's the only reason why it left like a sour taste in our mouth, just because it ended so abruptly.
yeah.
But
I
the
don't know though,
movie-
because I think that was one of the best aspects about it.
Really?
I think that like I said, it's all about going back and thinking like you gotta give it time to sit.
Mhm.
But you think with the whole the India section,
Yeah.
that like turning into that,
They definitely couldn't have finished the movie and made it as good as it was if they didn't have the to be continued. That is true. To the spot, dude.
with the multiverse like prison that they had, where you see like Donald Glover
Yes.
as
Oh
like
my
the
gosh.
thing, you see like the final moment where spoiler alert,
Mhm.
spoiler alert, Miles goes back to the like his original
Oh, yeah, but
Earth,
but it's not.
but it's not
original
his
Earth.
because it's like original.
Yeah.
But yeah, he goes back to the other Miles's one who became the Prowler.
Yes.
That was
Such a crazy little.
golly.
Oh my gosh, plot twist.
Even the beginning scenario, like with that like Da Vinci vulture.
Oh yeah.
That was so cool.
Yes.
That was
Like
sick.
he'd have like the blueprints coming out of like him as he was fighting.
Uh-huh.
That was insane. Like he was like a paper mache vulture.
Oh my god. And then the train scene.
The Spot's one of my favorite. I think he's like my favorite Marvel villain that they've had since like Thanos. Because what's his name? I forgot his name. Jason Schwartzman does such a good job voicing him. It's a great voice for that menacing feller.
And like he adds a lot of comedic value
Yeah,
to it
he-
too. Like his delivery is great.
He's good. I need to watch Wes Anderson's little shorts he put on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard those are pretty good.
Tim Burton.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that, like watching Wednesday.
Yes.
It deserves the hype. It was good for being like a sitcom-y
Mhm.
type.
Like
you
a
know?
Netflix original.
Yeah,
type thing.
Netflix original.
Netflix.
like
you
Only
gotta-
just more tolerable than like hearing Disney behind a project.
Yeah.
It's like a Netflix original. It's like
Just
same connotation.
Yeah. I hope they do good with the One Piece remake. I think that'll be good if they can.
Golly, man, it's been such a good talk today.
That's
Like-
good.
I feel like we got a lot of our
Warmed up a
topics
little.
done. Anything else to add? My name is Anthony Judd. This is Dakota Jones.
My name's Dakota Jones.
We're gonna be editing, processing, getting all this stuff
Yeah,
through the
I
media.
wonder when this is gonna come out.
I don't know.
Like a year from now.
We just never do this shit again.
You're like, yeah, I don't even want to edit it.
I really don't, but I will. I'll probably get at it tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
I might throw.
Oh,
it.
I'm off the next 2 days. So if
Yeah, dude, you
share it
better.
to me-
Yeah, you better like We can
I'll cook.
see what's up.
Yeah.
But no, I mean,
I feel like we've
covered a lot of bases.
Should we talk about some of the guests we're wanting to have a little?
Ooh, yes, future upcoming plans. I feel like we should go in more into depth than that because that's a good idea.
So, the next stages in the Off the Wall podcast. This is like we'll move the camera. Yeah. So yeah, that was our first episode. This is like our outro.
Yeah.
We'll have that.
Yeah.
So, okay. This is like the next stages of our lives are going to be just as convoluted and confusing as the previous years that you haven't seen us. But we're going to be bringing this content to you guys as fast and as quickly as we can, while also maintaining our own lifestyles and not letting it become an obstacle.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to consistently upload and record, get like maybe an episode. My goal is like an episode a week. Probably going to be like an episode a month starting out. You want to give like a quick little overview to end it? So, my name is Anthony Judd, 19 years old. I go to school in buttfuck nowhere, Alabama. And I am aspiring to be a director, screenwriter, anything to do with the filmmaking process. So this is just an outlet for me to speak my mind. I've sensed from the previous episodes, or this is just like we'll say this is if you know, is that I've moved out. I don't live with my family no more. I'm into a lot of new things. I listen to a bunch of music. I watch a shit ton of TV, maybe too much. I play way too many video games for my schedule. But I'm your new podcast host. So have fun and enjoy it while it lasts.
I'm Dakota Jones, here with my best friend Anthony, doing the podcast, of course. My life, I'd say it's not as similar, but there's some similarities. Went to the same high school as him, graduated, go to the same college as him, worked the same job, pretty much. I also kind of want to go into like a sort of film industry type job in the future. I want to do more video editing, behind the scenes type stuff. I think that'd be really fun and up my alley. I wouldn't mind being in front of the camera like right now. I wouldn't mind acting, dabble in a little bit of everything. Go to the gym, new thing, new hobby of mine. Gonna go there after this.
What do you hope to achieve with this podcast?
What do I hope to achieve? I hope to put ourselves out there, grow a fan base that's willing to watch the stuff that we put out in the future, and just make fun moments. Have a good time.
Have a good time. That's all that matters.
I've had a great day today. Just chilling, playing games, podcasting.
We're here. We'll be here. We'll try to upload and do as much as we can to maybe have some kind of, like I said, outlet, like a way of having fun and doing something that we both thoroughly enjoy. Mm-hmm. So our future ideas with this podcast and bringing guests on is that we're going to have to figure out the camera situation. We do have 2 webcams, which we can use. Mm-hmm. We probably have to use both of them.
Yeah.
So with this, we're going to bring in at least with the first guest, it might be like an episode or 2 more back into like us. We'll talk about fucking recent events next time and more stuff going on and even Alabama. We can fucking talk about anything. Okay, Ivy, burp. We'll talk about stuff in Alabama. We can talk about stuff going on in the world. We can talk about our favorite things in the moment. But with other guests, I want to bring out different perspectives and different ideas to match ours and also either correlate or oppose in a way. Because, people are different and people have different ways of living and their own ideas on what to do next. And so I want to bring that into this little circle that we've created. Mm-hmm. So we'll start, at least this is our goal, with the first guest being my girlfriend, Season. Fucking love her, man. She's just the fucking best. and I love the conversations that she implies in my life. And I can't wait for you guys to experience that as well, because she is a very interesting lady and she deserves all the love. And so then after that, maybe our next guest would be someone like coworkers that we have, like Skylan we mentioned before. There's our big homie Braden Bird.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna have him come up.
Dude, this is like a radio show almost. We're gonna have him come in and play some live music
Oh yes,
at the Ray Judd household.
dude. We should get Dawson on here. I know he doesn't work with us anymore.
Dawson would be a great choice. And Dawson's a great guy. All these people we're bringing in, which obviously to our fan base we will keep it user friendly,
Yeah.
family friendly.
Yeah.
We'll keep a little cuss words in, but we're not gonna
Nothing too wild.
dive too deep.
Nothing outlandish.
Yeah, but we'll bring these people on, and hopefully they'll provide you guys with a good time.
Good experiences. I want to get my brother on here. He also does music and stuff.
We'll have 2 guitar players.
Yeah, 2
playing
guitar
for
players
us.
lined up. We got I got a streamer friend. He's actually making it kind of big. Jory.
Zello.
Yeah, Zello.
Zello,
Love
shout
the
out.
guy. He's sick. Get him on here. Talk about his streaming. His upcoming with streaming, getting some fan bases. How tough the grind is.
Mm-hmm. Well, just plenty of topics and plenty of ideas that we want to shoot out there. So if you're down for the ride with us, then we're happy to have you.
Yes, we are.
This has been an absolute yap fest with your boys, Anthony and Dakota.
hmm
We appreciate you. We love you.
Everyone who stuck around.
Thanks for watching. I know this is jank, but we will try to improve as we go.
Mhm.
It was fun while this one lasted. We'll see you later.